A busy road in the town of Scarborough shut down this afternoon after a car crash there.
This happened right on Route 1 around 12:30 today, closing down both directions of Route 1. The car damaged a utility pole there. Central Maine Power had to be called in to patch things up. And Central Maine Power says the power outage affecting thousands of homes and businesses in Scarborough, South Portland, and Cape Elizabeth today was caused by an animal, not that crash. CMP didn't specify what kind of animal, only telling us that one had come into contact with a substation there in Scarborough. Crews continue working to restore that power.
As investigators work to learn more about the Robbins Mill fire in Searsmont last month, one thing is clear: it will have an impact that lasts for years. The damage at the mill itself is only one small part of scarring as we cross new milestones of physical and emotional human harm. Today, though, some good news as one of the firefighters who was injured heads home from the hospital.
Our Christian Harsa was there to see a community come together to welcome that hero home.
A hero comes home. That's what the people of Montville are saying as they welcome back one of their own, Jacob Spaulding. He was one of hundreds of first responders who raced to fight the fire at the Robbins Mill in Searsmont a month ago. He was also one of a dozen who were injured in that fire that has now killed 2 of his fellow firefighters. Along Route 3 today, people line the road to welcome him home. Spaulding himself says he would do it all again.
I'd do it over again and make sure everyone's safe. That's the whole point of doing it. It's the whole reason I started the first time, and it's the reason I'll keep doing it.
Spaulding says as much as he is grateful and appreciated the care that he got at Maine Medical Center, he's really, really happy to be home. In Montville, Christian Harsa, News Center, Maine.
Meanwhile, the community is remembering Searsmont Assistant Fire Chief Wayne Woodbury. He's the second firefighter to die following last month's fire at that lumber mill.
Assistant Chief Woodbury was being treated at Maine Medical Center in Portland, where he died yesterday from his injuries. A procession paying tribute to Woodbury is being held this afternoon. His body is being taken from Augusta to Riposta Funeral Home, which is in Belfast. Woodbury was a regular at Tracy's Diner in Belfast. The people there describing him as kind and genuine.
We have so many regulars, but some are just special. You know, some they're wrapped around your little heart.
Pleasant, and he always seemed like he was up early and looking for things to do for the day. And he was a pleasant gentleman.
That procession traveled through Searsmont on New England Road as it's taken to the funeral home in Belfast. Ranked choice voting tabulation still underway in Augusta as election officials work to determine the winners of 3 high-profile primary races.
Those include the Democratic primary in Maine's 2nd congressional district, along with the Democratic and Republican primaries for governor. News Center Maine's Alex Haskell has the latest from the Capitol.
It's day 2 of tabulations, and election staff have gone through most of Maine's counties, but say significant work remains.
Everything has been smooth sailing so far.
Deputy Secretary of State Julie Flynn admits ranked choice tabulations aren't the most thrilling part of the election process, but says a lack of drama is exactly what officials like her want.
Boring is good. Boring means there's nothing happening. Everything's going just right.
Workers spent Monday building on the progress made Friday, working on processing results from all 16 of Maine's counties, some counties taking longer than others.
Washington County is going to take a lot longer. There's a lot more to scan there.
Chief Deputy Secretary of State Kate McBrien says the team has found its rhythm and hopes to have final results within the next day or 2.
So this is our first full day to scan paper ballots for hand count towns, to upload memory sticks from tabulator machines, and compile all of that data together from across the entire state so that we can actually run the tabulation for ranked choice.
While election staff focus on going through thousands of votes, members of the public, like Pat Davis, are keeping a close eye on the process.
Pretty cut and dry. Everyone's doing their job. I came in here to watch the equipment mainly.
Davis says he leads the Maine chapter of the Election Integrity Network, a national organization.
I'm here to kind of see where things fall apart, if they do. I don't expect them to.
As observers watch Maine's unique ranked choice system in action, election staff continue moving toward final results. Flynn says officials are still deciding the best way to present the results once the tabulations are complete.
We'll do one race at a time, but we're looking at whether we could present each round separately, even though the results kind of all come instantaneously.
Staff with the Secretary of State's office say results could come as soon as Tuesday, but most likely Wednesday. In Augusta, Alex Haskell, CENTER Maine.
We know that election staff started going home just a few minutes ago. They are expected to start those tabulations again tomorrow at 9 a.m. It is Pride Month, and today Maine's first ever LGBTQ+ blood drive was held in Portland.
News Center Maine's Christian Lee explains what makes this milestone so important.
Blood drives aren't an uncommon sight in the state of Maine. Blood drives seen through rainbow streamers, well, that's a bit unusual. The Equality Community Center hosted a historic blood drive today, one that centered around the LGBTQ+ community.
We have many people in the LGBTQ+ community who would love to donate blood, who would love to save lives.
FDA guidelines have changed and questions based on sexual orientation are removed. Now, more people than ever can donate with the Red Cross.
What it leads to is more people being able to donate blood than any time since the 1980s.
Steve Thomas works with the Red Cross, which means he knows the importance of blood donations.
Blood is an amazing resource. It's an amazing medical product. It's something that we can't manufacture, and so there's no factory that's going to start up and start creating blood for us.
And Thomas isn't alone. The event brought out longtime blood donor Barb Wood.
What better way to show my support for giving blood and for the ECC than to come here.
Wood is also an advocate for the LGBTQ+ community. This event is something she never thought would be possible.
44 years later, we're able to do something like this. It kind of blows my mind. I never knew we'd get to this place in my lifetime.
And the drive is full circle for Executive Director of the Equality Community Center, Chris O'Connor.
I answered the question very truthfully and was told, sorry, we can't take your blood.
As a person in the LGBTQ+ community, donating blood is something he never thought he could do.
I was excited. I was wanting to contribute to our community and was told I couldn't, and it was because of my sexual orientation.
But that all changes today.
It's almost 30 years later. I'm going to give blood today for the first time.
And Wood wants people to know what seems like a scary process might not be too bad.
I know some people are afraid of needles, but you don't have to look.
In Portland, Christian Lee, CENTER Maine.